Okay, Edna, remember, if you can teach one kid one thing, then today will be a success. Now, class. Class, please pay attention.
Text Uncle! Text Uncle!
You're children. Why do you all need cell phones?
Safety.
Emergency.
Safety. Educational.
Could you at least set them to vibrate? That's it. Everything in the box. No more gizmos in this class.
The following case study follows a high school principal who is faced with a leadership problem. As a principal, she is required to lead her staff, students, and school and make difficult and sometimes controversial decisions. Today, she is faced with the problem of mobile devices in the classroom. She must choose between implementing a ban on mobile devices in the classroom or allow devices in the classroom for learning purposes. Like all good leaders, she is aware of the risks, rewards, benefits, and challenges of both sides of the issue. She has done some research, she has listened to her peers and her superiors, she is aware of the recent media and news. She has clamored with her administration for a clear, board-wide policy on this issue that she could apply in her school and been told that she is on her own to create policy in her school. If she bans mobile devices, she may stop some of the disruptive behavior, but may also negatively impact the learning opportunities for students. If she allows smartphones to remain in the classroom, then there are risks to that direction as well. She is a leader facing a watershed moment. In this case study, our leader is envisioning two scenarios. In the first scenario, picture a classroom full of 14-year-old middle school students, each sitting at his or her desk with their attention directed to a mobile device in their hands. Many of these devices are smartphones, while a smattering of other devices such as tablets, laptops, and even heads-up augmented reality displays dot the classroom. The teacher roams the room, occasionally stopping to assist a student. Our leader then considers the alternative in a second scenario. In the second scenario, these same students sit at their desks with no mobile digital devices in their hands, their attention directed to a teacher at the front of the classroom. Twice in the past month, this principal has been called upon to address issues related to devices in the classroom. In the first instance, several students in Mr. Hedmer's history class were flaming the teacher, a practice which consisted of the students in the class sending each other photos of the teacher with insulting captions. One student privately told the teacher, who reported the incident to the principal. In another case, a male student came to the principal's office to report that someone had hacked his Facebook account and was sending messages to female students asking them on dates. The principal does not feel that either case needs to involve the police, as both cases had no clear suspect responsible for the inappropriate act. One thing the principal is sure of: the issue of mobile devices in the school needs to be addressed in a formal way. Her knee-jerk reaction is to ban mobile devices entirely. However, when she proposed this at last week's staff meeting, her team was divided on this option. Nearly 40% of her staff reported using mobile devices in their classrooms. Further, she has a general board direction that supports 21st century learning and encourages the appropriate use of technology in the classroom to support learning. Principals at other high schools in her district are receiving public recognition for their innovative use of technology in their schools. Conversely, she has received letters from parents of students insisting, in one case demanding, that smartphones be banned from the classroom as they are causing the less wealthy families to feel that their children are at a disadvantage. Also, several staff report that they are repeatedly telling students to turn off their cell phones and pay attention. The media is rife with news surrounding cyberbullying, luring, and exploitation of teenagers through their cell phones. There was a recent report of a student at another high school committing suicide because a picture of him changing after sports practice was widely distributed. This case study is set in Central Middle School, grades 6 to 9 in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Central is a large school with 537 students and is located in urban Victoria. Courses are offered in both French and English, with English being the most popular of the two languages. Central has successful sports teams and numerous extracurricular clubs. The majority of students own a mobile phone. Talia McIntosh has been the principal of Central Middle School for the past 8 years. This is her second principal posting. Her first posting lasted 7 years. She also has been a vice principal and a resource teacher. Talia is one of the more senior-ranked principals in her board and is often looked at as a trendsetter and a leader. She has received provincial awards and recognitions for her achievements and has spoken at multiple conferences on diversity issues and equality issues in middle schools. Many of the school-specific policies Talia has implemented at Central have been adopted by other principals. A recent example was her decision to allow school sports teams to receive sponsorships from local businesses in exchange for posting small advertisements on her campus. This is now the norm in her district. Paul Lermo is the VP at Central and has been at that school for the past 11 years. Paul is well liked by students, parents, and faculty and is regarded as a fair and respectful leader. Paul has pioneered some innovative technologies at Central, including a new records management system for the library, a digital signage solution for student information, and a mass SMS notification system for parents to be apprised of school-related emergencies. Paul has been offered principal positions at other schools, but loves Central and his role there. Paul is a strong supporter of Talia and enjoys working with her. Talia McIntosh anticipates resistance from the students themselves if mobile devices were banned, which could result in an increased number of disciplinary actions against students, which would increase the workload of all staff. A school in nearby Vancouver saw students threaten to protest when informed of a pending policy to ban smartphones, resulting in the proposed policy being dismissed. Another challenge lies in the lack of federal, provincial, or municipal legislation on this issue, along with a reluctance on behalf of the district school board to set a standard or write any substantial policies relating to device use in school. The loosely worded documents published by the board emphasize the value of innovative technologies for learning, yet place the responsibility on the principal for each school to enact their own policies. Despite the authority to do so, none of Talia's peers seem willing to commit to a policy on this issue.